Dawn Moore, and I serve as the chair of the Dallas Zoo Board. On behalf of the board, I want to welcome each of you here today as we honor a person of great vision and who gave all he had to transform this Dallas treasure, our beloved zoo, to one of the premier zoos in the nation. As evidenced by the crowd we have today of city leaders, park board members, zoo staff and volunteers, current and past board members, generous donors, and cherished friends, Gregg's life had a tremendous positive impact on our community and our lives. We are and will be forever grateful to Gregg's family, who shared him with all of us and was the foundation of his success. To our wonderful zoo team, staff, and volunteers who carried and continue to carry Gregg's legacy forward, thank you. Gregg is proud of you. Now, let me turn over the mic to the person who started us on this successful journey, Paul Dyer, who served as leader of our city Parks and Recreation Department and was instrumental in the hiring of Gregg Hudson as CEO of the Dallas Zoo. Paul, thank you.
Thank you, Don. Welcome, everyone. It's so great to have you all here. This is such a great occasion to be able to honor Gregg, which we should do every month, in my estimation. We love Gregg. He was part of our family for so long, and just I can't tell you, without getting broken up, the feelings I have for Gregg Hudson. So, the definition of esprit de corps is a feeling of pride, fellowship, common loyalty shared by the members of a particular group. This feeling of pride, loyalty, and fellowship is what Gregg Hudson brought to the Dallas Zoo the day he arrived in 2006, along with his wonderful wife Sharon and their kids. We had it was evident in the conversations that I experienced walking around the zoo with members of the Dallas Zoo staff to see the smiles that radiated from each of them and the positive comments that they had about Gregg Hudson within a short time. He transformed this place. As director of parks, Gregg Hudson was the best hire I ever made, as Sean mentioned, in the 30 years, and his arrival in Dallas was transformational. The public-private partnership that he orchestrated brought about combined funding between the city and the DZS that built the $33 million award-winning Giants of the Savanna in 2010. When we began the design process for the Giants of Savanna, it was Gregg's enthusiasm and his vision that captured the design team, that everyone that was involved got into that vision and that esprit de corps, if you will. I'll never forget the day we opened this wonderful exhibit. Sharon was there. And Gregg walked up to me and he put his arm on my shoulder and he said, "We did it. We did it." And we were so excited, but I'm certain to this day that his unspoken definition of "we" was the entire zoo staff, the park department staff, the DZS, the Dallas Park Board, the City Council, everyone that was involved in making that happen. That's what Gregg meant by "we," because he was such an all-inclusive person that we love so much. Because of this passion and guidance, the Giants of the Savanna has become the first multi-species exhibit in America, and it was voted a top 3 exhibit in the United States at that time in 2010. It drove the attendance from the Dallas Zoo in a very short time from 600,000 to 1.2 million people, again, within a few years. Just like Gregg Hudson, this new blockbuster event put a big smile on all of those that attended it, making it perfectly fitting that we named this wonderful new exhibit the Gregg Hudson Giants of the Savanna for the man that we love so much. Thank you.
Amen.
And now I'd like to introduce Harrison Dell, Vice President of Animal Operations for the Dallas Zoo.
Thank you, Paul. Good afternoon. We are gathered here today to celebrate the life and truly the legacy of a visionary leader, a compassionate advocate for wildlife, and a beloved individual. Gregg's journey left an indelible mark on our hearts, and his impact on the world of conservation is immeasurable. His tenure as the CEO of Dallas Zoo was marked by a commitment to innovation, a passion for animal welfare, and a deep understanding of the profound connection between guests and the natural world. One of his most remarkable achievements was the realization of his visionary project, Giants of the Savanna, a testament to his unwavering dedication to both guest experience and animal well-being. Under Gregg's leadership, Jenny moved from a stagnant, dated concrete enclosure to a vast rolling grassy savanna, a transformation that not only elevated living conditions for these magnificent creatures, but also created an immersive and authentic experience for the zoo's visitors. The once isolated and confined elephants now roam freely in an environment that mirrors their natural habitat, sharing the savanna with giraffes and antelope, forging an unparalleled connection between the animals and those who come to witness their majesty. Gregg's brilliance extended beyond conceptualizing this groundbreaking exhibit. He understood that turning visions into reality required the expertise and dedication of skilled teams. Through his leadership, he engaged and inspired teams of passionate individuals, zoologists, conservationists, animal care experts, all of whom worked tirelessly to bring his vision to life. His ability to unite and motivate these teams was a testament to his leadership style, characterized by empathy, collaboration, and a shared commitment to the welfare of the animals under our care. Beyond the boundaries of Dallas Zoo, Gregg Hudson's influence reverberated through enhanced conservation efforts. His commitment to education and interpretation, combined with strategic financial support, propelled the zoo into a leading force for wildlife conservation. Through his guidance, Dallas Zoo became a beacon of hope for endangered species, contributing not only to their preservation, but also to the education and inspiration of future generations. As we rededicate Giants of the Savanna to Gregg Hudson, let us celebrate the enduring impact he had on the world of zoological conservation. His legacy will live on in this flourishing habitat, in the delighted faces of zoo visitors, and the thriving wildlife that owe their existence to his unwavering dedication. May Gregg's vision, compassion, and legacy inspire us all to continue the vital work of preserving and cherishing the diverse tapestry of life on this planet. And in honoring his memory, let us commit ourselves to the principles he so passionately championed, blending incredible guest experiences with superior animal welfare, engaging skilled teams, and enhancing conservation efforts for a brighter and more sustainable future. And with that, I would like to introduce Sean Green, our COO.
Thank you, Harrison. Thanks again for everyone being here. This really is surreal and special to have you all in attendance, to staff, volunteers, city members. I had the privilege of working with Gregg for more than 20 years, and when I reflect on some of his greatest, most significant achievements, this incredible habitat directly behind me is the first thing that comes to mind, and I'm sure for many of you as well. The Giants of the Savanna is truly a reflection of Gregg Hudson, who he was: creative, curious, committed, compassionate, caring. And if you spent time with Gregg, it didn't take long to see those core values reflected in just about everything that he did. It's been a difficult year, and we all miss Gregg. Today's not a sad day. It's a joyful day. It's a proud day. And it's an opportunity to recognize, reflect, remember the positive impact that Gregg had on his family, his friends, his colleagues, and this community. He was a great person, mentor, friend, an admired leader, and considering the long list of accomplishments he had throughout his 30-year zoo career, Gregg was incredibly humble. He didn't seek the spotlight. That wasn't his style. I do think he's smiling down this afternoon as we dedicate this award-winning habitat in his honor. If he were here, he'd probably rib us a little bit, Joe, Carrie, and I, and others. Did you have to make the sign so big? And of course, the answer would be a resounding yes, because it's a fitting tribute to someone who dreamed big. His vision and dedication was present each and every day, helping the team put the Dallas Zoo on a path to becoming one of the top zoos in the country. Just as you heard from Harrison and Paul's remarks, the Giants of the Savanna habitat was transformational, It was a galvanizing moment in the Dallas Zoo's 135-year history. By 2015, it had helped propel us over the 1 million visitor mark for the first time ever. It elevated our ability to provide world-class animal care, and 13 years later, it's still considered one of the top habitats in the country for elephants, giraffe, and other wildlife species. And since the Giants of the Savanna opened in 2010, more than 11 million people have visited the Dallas Zoo to spend family time together, learning about and helping to conserve wildlife species. We're extremely grateful to the Dallas Zoo's Board of Directors and our partners at the City of Dallas for helping us dedicate this habitat today in Gregg's honor. The Gregg Hudson Giants of the Savanna will continue to inspire millions of people who will visit the Dallas Zoo in the years to come. So to Gregg, thank you for showing us that anything is possible. Thank you for dreaming big, caring about others, and for your extraordinary leadership and efforts in helping the Dallas Zoo create a better world for animals. And now I'd like to invite Gregg's family, Sharon, Emily, and Maddie, to come up and join us for the unveiling of this habitat. I don't think we're going to do a countdown because I'm not sure we'll hit it on the number. But if everybody would prepare yourself, let's go ahead for the Gregg Hudson Giants of the Savanna. Thank you all for attending today. Appreciate it.
It took a 5-year-old who did fabulous and an 8-year-old who freaked out. Like, you know.
Okay. So we actually supply generators to back up part of your zoo and stuff like that. I've heard about it. Yep. So, but yeah, that's just a great this whole deal. He lived and breathed.
Oh, he
this
did.
place.
He did, and it shows too.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to be on the committee that hired him.
I remember that
Yeah.
from the celebration.
Yeah.
You had a great speech.
Yeah.
Good to see you.